Hello, citizens of YouTube. This is the Geeky Nerd here, and today we're going to be talking about the U-Loader by Podavach version 8. Nifty little mag loader here that will definitely save your thumbs. Speaking of thumbs, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also throw a comment or subscribe if you'd like to see more stuff like this. So, the U-Loader by Podavach. Funny name, not so funny use. Probably one of the best little handy tools that I've got in a long time. Because if you're anything like me, especially with these 30-round AK surplus mags, your thumbs can start to hurt after a while because these edges aren't exactly the most kindest to pushing around in the magazine there. But this little tool here, it's actually made from wood. You may not be able to see it, but you can kind of look right here. It is actually made of a Ukrainian plywood, in essence. Very nifty little thing, very well made, very nicely finished. This is the U-Loader Elite. It seems like the main difference is the compatibility with a few more mags here, which as soon as we clear the rounds here, you'll be able to see that, as well as this finish, just because yellow. Love the look of it. Let me know if you do too. I thought it was pretty wild. It stands out. So the function of this is, like I said, to save your thumbs when trying to load these magazines here. Concept is pretty simple. So you just dump your rounds up here, and then you just slide it along these grooves here till it meets the front of the mag. So it takes a bit of getting used to, but not too hard once you start getting used to it. Now, I noticed that when I first got it, I had a tendency for like rounds to fall under here, which, you got to kind of pick them out. But after a while, kind of got used to it. Now, another thing with this while I'm loading it up here is the little grooves inside. This whole thing is CNC machined out of this basically compressed plywood from the Ukraine. That along these little channels here, it was a bit rough, especially with these 8v3 rounds, if it will focus, which have a little hollow point in there. So it seemed like it was getting caught on here, and no matter what the round was. So after about feeding 2 or 3 mags through it, it definitely smoothed up a bit, which was nice. A little bit more about this. As you see, I'm loading it up here. It has these little hash marks, indices. So 545, 39, 556, and 762. So it has little hash marks across the entire way to let you know. So this is 10 rounds, 20 rounds, 30 rounds, which is kind of nice, just so you can keep nice and easy track. Now, it will do this sometimes where it'll kind of bunch up and you just got to kind of force your way in, or you got to back it out and then tilt it in. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you do, it goes pretty easy. I like to give it like a little push there. Now, you can do it one at a time. I've seen some people just pick it up, place it, and twist it and drop it around, but I think this way just works for me. So you got to find whichever works for you. Now, once you have them all loaded up here, you take this little glider, which is magnetically attached, and show you a bit more about it. You grab the mag. I know it's best is kind of use these 2 little handles they have here. Grab this and just give it a firm. Now, it definitely does, I'm sure you can tell by the camera shaking there, definitely does take a bit of force to get it going. But for that little bit of time, my thumbs are perfectly fine. And you see there, we have a nice, this isn't 30 rounds, it's 28 rounds, but nice little 28 round mag, fully loaded, and no issues or complaints or anything like that. So, a bit of a look at this here. You can see U-Loader by Podavach version 8, AR, AK, MS, MSR 15, Ruger Mini 14, made in the Ukraine, which I'm a Ukrainian heritage, so just harkens a little back there. Just nice little touch. Yeah, just something like that. You can see here all the different rounds that it does support, which is a wide variety. Now, they have the version 1 of these, like the originals that came out, and they only supported 5.56, 5.45, and 7.62. And of course 223 by extension. It seems like they have expanded with this latest, greatest version. I've never had the original version, so this is the first one I've had, but based on other things that I've seen, this is this new version that they're putting out supports all these different calibers, which are all around the same size anyway. you can see here, you can see how it is that plywood that is fully glued together and colored, but definitely does not feel cheap by any means. I mean, it has no flex. I mean, it's sturdy. I mean, it's a milled plank of wood, but it's not a cheap milled plank of wood, if that makes sense. You can see there the little machined out indices there, and the loader here, you can say, just has 2 screws in there and has a, not sure if you can hear it, a little magnet or a little ball bearing or something like that internal to it, the Podavach logo, that basically just catches on here. So when you slide it, it goes right into place and it's not going anywhere. Now, for being just wood and, you know, nothing crazy with it, I mean, you can see it does glide pretty effortlessly, which is nice. If we flip it over here, you can see you load about Podavach, which I just love this this tiger stripe yellow camo. I just think it looks awesome just for this. It does have these hard rubber feet. They are hard rubber. They kind of remind you of like the recycled tires they use on playgrounds, if you know what I mean. It does have it on those corners, and this one here, it doesn't have it on here because obviously there's this big recess to fit the mag, but it does have these little rubber feet here as well. Now, once it's fully positioned, even without this mat, it isn't going anywhere. I mean, it's fully stable, which is good because when you put your mag in there, you're able to hold it and it doesn't come out. Now, with the mag being in there, you can see it has machined out for the AK mag. Now, again, it does fit AR mags and a few others there, but as you see, it mainly works best on AK mags. And what I've noticed is that the AK mags, they seem like you don't have to hold them as much as more like just keeping it from bouncing out, to where the AR mags, you do kind of have to make sure they stay infirmed in there because they will kind of start to slip out a bit. Not a lot, not like to where you're having to, you know, fight both hands there, but definitely a little bit. The retail price on these guys, on this specific one, I picked it up on Labor Day, and I believe it was $75. The lower model, which doesn't have the fancy color scheme, you get a natural wood if you want that com block style there, which will go perfectly with the surplus mag. It goes around $50 to $60. You can check their website out. They seem like they have a bunch of unique things. Now, one additional thing about this U-loader here is that apparently it's used by the Ukrainian military or was tested by them. Sure, because local a company local in the region, be pretty easy for them to get their item out there. However, you know that any army, no matter who it is, isn't going to use something unless it's cost-effective, works well, and has a dedicated purpose that has been proven. So just a little notch towards it there. And with that, that's pretty much it. I highly suggest you guys check these out. They're fantastic by any stretch of the imagination, especially this yellow one here. Let me know if you guys like the yellow one. I do. Curious how many people out there like those screaming loud look at me colors. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please throw a like, comment, subscribe, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful, awesome, fantastic day. I'll catch you guys next time.